Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. Welcome back to Quickie by the Bay with David. Okay, this is going to be a quickie. We're all up for a quickie tonight, right? Tim Scott dropped out of the race. Crimea River. Although in this case, it's not because he wasn't raising money, interestingly enough. I guess his polling numbers weren't good enough to warrant staying in the campaign. That's interesting. It makes me wonder if something else is driving that. So let's look into that. I mean, if you've got the money and this is all about a money's game, why are you dropping out? You got before the first vote. Now anything can happen. So, Spirit, what's going on with Tim Scott? Why, oh why, did he drop out of the race so suddenly? He hadn't even told his campaign workers he was doing it. Okay, so I'm upside down, yeah. Eight of Cups. Here's him walking away. It's time to walk away, but there's something that's going on in the background. There's a mystery that we don't know about, that he's not talking about. But he's walking away maybe before that mystery is revealed. Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. I think he was offered the ability to walk away to maintain his dignity. It's like somebody was sitting here with the next logical step. You know, you walk away. If you don't, we bring out the smug merchant. So you can walk away with dignity and, say, you ran a good campaign and fought the good fight, but now's not your time. Or you can stay in there and have something happen. Yeah, somebody's holding something underneath them. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. But they were holding on to something underneath them. I listened a little bit to Linda G and Mel's broadcast today, and somebody asked Mel how his gaydar was doing with Tim Scott, and Mel's like, I'm not going to out anybody. But, yeah. Tim Scott. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. What's in the past here? The death card, endings of things. His campaign wasn't going anywhere. Again, he was able to raise money, and they had a lot of hope for him coming forward as a pro-life candidate, a black man, and he had all these conservative cred. He wanted to take away all women's rights and all the good stuff that Republicans like doing these days. But his campaign just never got started. He just didn't go anywhere. Current situation is the Emperor. Somebody in charge instructed him to, now is the time for him to step down. You can think of this as like the Russian email scandal with the RNC. Now, I did read in this article that Nikki Haley did appoint Tim Scott to his position in Congress when she was the governor of South Carolina. I want to take pause the video real quick because I just want to find out when that was. Okay, so Tim Scott was in his second House term, and then he was appointed to the Senate in 2012. So, come on down. This could have something to do with the emails. When Russia hacked into the RNC, I think Putin wants Trump in there, and Tim Scott, this was his time to leave. And, basically, I think the problem was Tim Scott was doing really well raising money and had powerful donors behind him. And somebody like a Putin or a Trump wants that money going towards Trump. He doesn't want it going to Tim Scott. He's sucking up resources. There's an interesting card, Temperance. This person has been sitting on this information for a long time. They've held on to it in case something like this happened. Look at all these cups here. And slowly applying pressure to Tim Scott, I think, in this one. Somebody was biding their time, and they worked on a subtle approach, and the subtle approach worked in this case. The lesson to be learned, sometimes the enemy on the outside of the fence isn't the one you need to be worried about. It's the guy standing next to you. There was probably, again, I think there was some information that was going to come out or be leaked out that was not going to be in Tim Scott's favor. And it's something he's been worried about for a while. So what do we get out of all this? You get the 7 of coins, the evaluation. I think he was told what was going to happen, and then he had to sit there and think what he was going to do. You know, now he's left. He said being the vice president was never his jam. That's convenient. And so now he's left wondering who he's going to send his endorsements to, wondering what to do with most of the money. A little bit of money is okay to stay with you, but most of this money has to go back to the donors. Now, the donor, some of the things I read in the article will say Nikki Haley will probably get some of that money. But yeah, somebody's been sitting on some information, and then they made a play. They've been doing it slowly, or maybe they said they were going to leak the information out slowly, and I think that kind of drove Tim Scott's final decision here. So, good luck, Tim. Whatever you're doing next, wish you the best, but bringing your pro-life, anti-abortion, screw women's medical, the medical freedoms agenda is not going to be what's leading the country in 2024. Anyways, thank you for supporting my channel and doing everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm. And to any new viewers, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.